Checks.
Chex Mix.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Greetings, humans. Spinningmantis here with Squirt Reynolds.
Hi.
And we are getting ready to continue
Bloodbath!
with the next case in Sherlock's Arsenal. Bloodbath. I heard that keeps the skin young and fresh.
Alright, Bathroy.
Was that her name? Mm-hmm. Lady Bathory?
Something like Bathroy sounds. Yeah, that sounds wrong. Bathory. I don't know, something.
Yeah. I've seen like ghost hunters investigate her house or her castle or whatever.
Her bath
or Ree.
Sorry, everybody. Let's continue.
So I don't remember. Like, we were on the morphine, or no, we had taken a poison, and we took the antidote, and now we have to do a case. Join the Strahd at Strand Lane Baths.
Oh, where it is
going
bloody.
To the baths. Should we get?
They've been waiting for a while.
They have actually. Let's keep this cat away from the.
Yep, cat. Yep.
The computer. There's actually stuff going on the street outside.
What are they doing? Open up the doors. Can you open up the doors?
I don't think so. We can whistle for boys in the other room. But I think we need to put on a disguise if it lets us.
Nope.
Everything is locked. I guess it depends on the adventure you're in, because we had like all this stuff unlocked before. We could do all sorts of costuming, but no.
Like what? When are we gonna be able to get our looks?
I guess it only when the situation calls for it, I guess.
What opportunities have we already missed? Like what outfit really said, let's go investigate a train station?
Well, they had us already in the Deerstalker at the start of that one. Oh. They had us dressed for the country, and we didn't even really have a chance to get.
I think you should look out at the busty gal. You know, just to see if she's still there.
The dog's in different positions.
Yeah, maybe, he was like, "Oh, now that you're not no, there she is. Yep, she's still there, doing her thing." Dog was like, "Oh, I see that you're not dying of datura poisoning anymore. Let me go ahead and take your couch." Since
right,
we need the space
datura
anymore.
Poisoning. That's what we had.
And Belladonna, I think. Excuse me.
We're going to the baths.
Bath.
Did this like shrink down?
It kind of did, yeah.
Oh man. Don't shrink down.
That's what she said. Oh.
Mm-hmm. That is indeed what she said.
Does he get his nails done?
No. They look a little janky.
Hey, manicures for men, it's a thing.
I know. I've had a manicure before.
If anyone would do it, I think Sherlock would be down for having some.
Well, like back in those olden times when they had all the servants in the downstairs, there's probably somebody who buffed and did your nails for you and all that stuff.
Pulled off your corns like that gal.
Right. She's pumicing her corns.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
I can. I don't want too much echo.
Okay.
So.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
The reason we need it louder is because we have dishes going, and I can totally hear that. It's like there's going to be like a dishwasher in the background in this whole recording, but that's okay. Well, you know, this is not all about audio fidelity.
With the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think
What a
the
name,
plump
Blinkhorn.
Garrow did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He will be able to give you more details.
Mr. Phillips.
In fact, he's an expert on bathhouses. So we got Lestrade. Oh, there's Mr. Phillips.
What's up, Phillips? Interesting place for a desk.
What's up, Pip?
Good
Apparently
day to you,
that's-
Mr. Phillips. My
Short
name
for?
is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Tell us what happened.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember.
What's up with
The
this?
slightest detail, maybe, of
Mr. Phillips?
Hey, he's got a little
Very
bit
well,
of a shadow
I came
thing
in
going
at
on. in his
6:30
head.
this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
That seems
Yes,
dubious.
Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Sorry about all that. I had to majorly re-anchor the microphone.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
He seemed honest.
Starts. Oh, fastidious. I was like.
I thought it was going to be like soft lips.
Yeah, that seemed like it. Light wrinkles.
Takes care of his skin, but his eyes are very dark. Scissor cut, grooms himself, lives alone.
How?
I guess we're getting multiple. Kind of.
Maybe he's a person who cuts his ear.
Ooh.
Oof. Is that the
Ouch.
shiny buttons? Shiny buttons.
What does that say? Manchester
Manchester
City.
City.
Ah,
What does that mean?
it's going to be some sort of football business. The footballs.
He's got a lot of details about him.
So, we've got the telegram. Okay, so this little recaps of what we've done before. Now we've got the character portraits of this dude. I guess it just keeps stacking them up. It doesn't break them out by the case or whatever. So next thing we're supposed to do is search the crime scene and find the missing weapon. Okay. Which way to the baths does it look like?
Through the doors.
The Frigidarium.
Probably not that one then.
It's the ice house.
Exitus.
Exitus.
Probably not that one then.
Exitus.
Oh, I don't know what either of those words mean.
Some Latin business, but Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
Brr, brr, brr. I'm gonna Google some words. Ooh, champagne.
At 9 in the morning, in the baths.
Champagne
Sounds.
for a special occasion.
One would think so.
Like, where's the... At least have the decency to have some orange juice with it. 9 in the morning. Interesting little motif around the room, holding up the columns.
Cigaretto.
No, that's like an oil lamp.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Old-timey.
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Let's look back everywhere. We already looked for no glinty stuff. I don't see anything really.
Nar.
I can't believe that's all we have to say about those clothes. Expensive clothes.
Towels.
Expensive towels.
Other
Awesome,
expensive
more
clothes.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
Like we're not measuring the shoe size or...
Belonging to one of the suspects.
Yeah, or looking at the different types of clothes. I don't know. Because that one seemed
So that's
less.
really unusual. Are you seeing anything?
Nah.
Maybe this is like a back steam room here.
Well, there's probably more through the other doors. This is maybe
door.
the changing room.
Right.
Oh, hey! How you guys doing? Are you
Oh.
feeling nervous? That's a little rude to keep them in there. They're like, no, you have to stay here with the dead guy.
In your towel.
In your towels. You can't move. Can't move at all. Oh. That's not cool.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Ooh.
Let us forget about that.
First of all, like, why are these dudes just still hanging out? Like, I mean, I get that they're witnesses. Oh.
But why couldn't you, put on some clothes or...
Okay, so we are going to get to talk to them. So I think it wants us to examine the body first before we question the people.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool
Oh, no?
is rather large.
I would have thought that a piercing eyeball would have... Ooh, he took off his ring
Some dirt
finger.
or earth. I'll take a sample.
Okay, I guess I took a sample.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
He didn't want those guys to know he was married.
Right. I guess that's it.
I guess.
Not really seen anything else. We looked at the face. We looked at the blood. We
The
looked at the
finger.
hands. Can't look at his junk. This seems like a case for the SVU, personally, but... Ooh, glasses.
Well, they were hanging out right by a
These
fire.
lenses
So.
are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
I think that's probably it. Oh, crack.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the
That's what I
brazier.
figured.
The brazier.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme.
Are you sweating?
I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Oh.
Melted metal.
We'll pick it up out of the fire. Seems
Where are you gonna need something?
dangerous. See anything that looks useful? Not in this room. Guess we'll question all the... What was that over here? Grill?
The grid cannot be removed.
It's a grid. Would have called it a...
So it's steam from another area coming in? What's that thing? Steam switch.
Whoa!
Got real steamy in
With the
here.
steam
Seattle,
on,
Washington.
I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Okay, why does it allow you to do that, though? There has to be something that we're going to see.
Maybe to show how easy it would be to make it.
Yeah,
dark in there.
there's got to be some reason that we were able to do that, and hopefully we can find it again.
There it is.
It wants me to look it for something. Wow. That's interesting.
Did you see how the steam switch wanted you to examine it?
Yeah, I did see it glow, but I thought it was just to go back and turn the steam off.
Oh.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few
I
feet
think
away.
there's something else that it wants us to look at in this mode with the steam. And if not, then not. But
Maybe it was just,
to get me to flip the switch.
yeah. Those guys
That
are
is the
pretty...
only thing glowing. So. Okay. Did that do anything, do you think? Well, there's actually, I don't think I examined the blood on the floor there.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
What about... Yeah, what's that?
Okay.
Ooh.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Yank.
Okay, that was valuable. I like the pattern on the floor.
That's cool.
There's I don't know if it's the Venetian in Vegas, but one of them, one of the hotels has a Italian tile floor like this. I think it is the Venetian.
That would, make sense with it being Venice and all. Whee! I'm so dizzy. Okay, talk to those guys for crying out loud.
Hey, Bear Man.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Oh.
Mr. Blinkhorn.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Really? You're just gonna stand there?
How about if I pull off your towel?
So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Sure. Go ahead.
Alrighty
Okay, then.
I thought we've, let's see
What should we
Watson
do
has to
next,
say.
Holmes?
We should...
I'm asking you.
Always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Well,
Let's go in
I
the other
guess
room and find something to open the...
Holmes?
to get the melted metal with.
Sounds like a plan.
So, all that was in this room was just a bunch of clothes.
Maybe in the, maybe in one of the other rooms, like the
I,
The
can-
Frigidarium.
Frigidatorium or
I
whatever.
cannot leave until I have seen the body.
You've seen the body. You have seen that body.
Huh, so I'm missing something. And,
Maybe that's how you get the... I don't
An
know.
ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
maybe
Pick
I
up
missed
the-
that clue before.
Champagne for a special occasion.
And we obviously didn't look at all
Unopened.
this.
It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
So they were gonna do a business deal.
So that there means we actually examine that all properly now. So I think that's the only one that's...
Expensive clothes, belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Can you leave now?
I cannot leave until I have
Oh,
seen the
okay.
body.
I think that would be a good idea. Wouldn't you want to, like, take the bucket of ice maybe to get that melted metal? I don't know.
Maybe the towels. You can't pick the towels up now. Just burn them anyway. They're all looking at you all expectantly, and you're just like, I don't know.
Shrug. I think maybe we did not, like, find everything on the body. So...
Yeah, since it says you gotta keep looking at it. What about his feet or something?
Well,
You didn't look at his feet.
see, this is as far down as I can go. And from this angle, there's really nothing. It's his face. And so you can zoom in on the face. We can look at that in a minute. And here it says blood.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
And that's all it says about that. And then the right hand, we
Dirty
got
fingers.
the ring and we
finger.
got the dirty fingers.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a
And he
sample.
took a sample, right?
Oh,
Wrist. Oh, is it like broken or something? Please don't say that it's limp.
Recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
Ah, that's the one thing we had missed. Now we can advance the
I
story.
think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many
Is that
leads
Constable
here.
Amore?
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
The weapon is
You're
nowhere
ridiculous. Okay. So maybe the weapon is what is melted in here. We just gotta figure out
Probably.
how to get it out.
Maybe those guys will talk to you now that the guy's gone.
I found
Oh.
him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
You got.
I don't want to
blood
stay
on his-
here. Let us out, please.
It's hot as balls.
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly first. I feel ill. I want to go. I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
I can't understand what happened. Am I allowed to leave? Or do we have to stay here? Can't we go?
Does this make you nervous, Mr. Blinkhorn?
That's getting a little close.
It's
Cozy there.
horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
So I guess we can just like leave now or
Mr.
search the
Holmes?
other rooms for the weapon.
I will see. I think you can search that.
Looks like it. And we also want to ask that dude about the
Key.
key. Be like, yo,
Have you seen this key?
what's up with this key, fool? You know what I want? I want the other ice cream cookie thing.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
Morning Telegram.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But
Busted.
No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Who wants the
Did you
old
check
school
to see
uniform?
if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
He's just stupid. I don't know.
Would you see what all the other rooms are? Like, there's the...
Yeah, so there's the exit and then the frigidarium.
Was there... I thought there was another one.
No, there's the bath. There's only 3 doors.
Is there only 3? Okay.
Exit in the middle, hot on the left, and cold on the right. And I guess we came in through the exit. But we haven't been in here. Are there birds?
Interesting. Looks a little derelict, or jungly, or awesome. What does that say? Rodney Bentcliffe?
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Workshop A.
This area serves as Sir Rod...
So, this Rodney fellow works here?
Is this the archaeologist?
Oh, yeah, the archaeologist.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's possible. Like, these are... He has an office in
In a bath?
the baths. Because they're like Roman baths. He's excavating here, maybe?
Okay, so they're actually from the time of the Romans. Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's what it seems like. Yeah, those floors were pretty amazing. So that's an old, like, welding can or whatever, and then a lot of lamps and
Some
pottery.
measuring
Pot shard. Oh, yeah,
equipment.
the giant
pot
tape
shard.
measure. Like, it's like, I didn't see anything light up. Sometimes it's, like, hidden in the corner. Only one thing, well, a couple things have numbers on them. Huh. Well, that's weird. Maybe we're not meant to discover anything here right now in this particular
What's
shelf.
that on the floor?
Yeah, like, there could be a letter.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Big wine urns.
It looks like they're just sort of everywhere, so it's not letting me look at... Yeah, it was like gigantic amphora or whatever.
Boy. Uh-oh, glasses. Dear friend, I wish to organize a press conference at the Strand Lane Baths next month. 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt, but now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology to shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event, and record it favorably if we treat them well enough. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of the Royal Archaeological Institute for this event. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe.
And so, 2 things that we can test back at home at the lab, and that's it. Because if it just doesn't have an icon, it means we don't need to do anything else with it. So, what's up with the newspaper? I'll do this one if you didn't mind.
Oh, please do.
The Daily Mirror. There are few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name Sir Rodney Bentcliffe.
I'd never heard of him.
He is a gentleman who possesses the wealth, notoriety, and vigor to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms, as has oft been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. He holds powerful connections with the Lord's Chamber and carries an influence inside the political world. There are those who would call him unforgiving, authoritarian. We should rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at any archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned.
So that's what you say about someone in the newspaper?
Yeah.
Odd.
Maybe that's what like journalism was back in the day. Like, oh, isn't
So and so
Charles O'Reilly so
freaking
wonderful?
awesome.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay, you can do this one.
The Times. Miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane Roman Baths excavation research. The research efforts were about to be halted when a savior arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Sir Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation, claiming that the site holds the key to a great mystery. We pledge to update our readers with all the exciting news as it develops. There's some shit happening, y'all.
Very good. Watch your toes on the wire. Yes, indeed. So that's probably it on the desk.
It's a cool little workhouse there.
It is. See, this is probably some like antechamber of the original Roman baths, and he's just set up a little office in here.
Cool.
Alright, this metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be a part of something larger.
Wow.
At the present moment, I am unable to determine exactly what that might be. That's Bentcliffe's research. That's Bentcliffe's voice from now on.
Okay.
It's a old British man having a heart
Archaeological
attack.
findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Yes, all these archaeological findings.
A lot of amphora. Lots of wine drinking. You know how those Romans do.
And I'm not sure if the smaller ones are, but like the Greeks had the crater also, which was with the
people at the bottom.
They would
With the drinking
mix
and
the wine and the water together,
Right.
Because only barbarians drink pure wine in the Greek
Yes,
culture.
I do.
Yes,
And they had the like flinging game and all that sort of thing in their wine.
at their symposia.
Yes, symposia.
Which is so funny. Have you ever heard the
Don't
word
we sound
symposium before?
Pretentious? Yes, we do.
No, there's naming your restaurant symposium is pretentious. There was one near my work and it closed down. But no, like when you hear symposium, it sounds like it's like some fancy kind of what's the modern meaning? Like gathering of intellectuals or members of a field of study or something.
I'd say that was probably true back then too. It just happened to be they were half naked and drinking wine and throwing like the dregs at some stick in the middle of the room and being like, I won. So it was kind of like half intellectual gathering and also sort of like some frat boys.
Yeah, so I didn't know about the wine parts
Used by
until very
archaeologists in
recently.
their research.
Tools. Tongs! That's what I need, tongs.
You will need those tongs.
The
Good
tong
call.
song. Cool. Tong to tong tong tong. Looks like this goes further though. Shall we investigate down here or shall we go back and tong it up?
Let's see what happens here. Oh shit! I mean, darn.
Are you alright? I wonder how this could have happened.
Some shoddy.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium. The coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
Nice. Oh, there's actually still murals and stuff on the wall. That's kind of cool. They look like later than Roman, probably.
Look a little middle-agey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess I went up there with the
yeah, could be.
Laurel.
Very nice anyway. But that is going to be all for this particular episode. We just narrowly avoided getting crushed in old Roman baths. So join us next time.
old Londinium.
And exactly. And join us next time to find out what lies in the Frigidarium, what lies in the burning hot brazier.
Of my heart.
That's going to be all for now. Spinningmantis and Squirt Reynolds are out. See ya.